Well, welcome back to the Daily Grind, everyone. So a little update. We got an egg finally from the Easter eggers. So those are the new ones that we got. Those are the Easter eggers right there. I don't know which one was the one that laid the egg, but one of them did. And how I know is it was a bright, like bluish green egg. So that's the color that they lay. So we got one. We brought it inside, and then I just came out just now and I saw another one sitting there. I guess not bright blue. It's more like an olivey blue, turquoise really. Pretty eggs. You can see the color a little better down there. It almost looks white on the camera, but it's definitely an olive color. But there we go. So that's pretty neat. We're getting an egg a day right now because I think only one or two are laying. I laid out right there a little bit of calcium in a bowl. Looks like they are eating it because that was a little more full. So hopefully they're not going overboard, but they're laying now. So that's pretty cool, guys. Can't believe now 2 eggs. So haven't eaten them yet, but I'm sure they're gonna taste great. So everything else is doing really good. Sorry, it's been a long time since I did an update, but these tomatoes are doing really well. You can tell how big these ones are getting. These are the, they're not a full-size tomato. These are the cherries. They're doing really well. Nothing has produced fruit yet, but it's just too hot. It is way too hot for these to produce fruit. Oh, by the way, I put this up higher because I had to put up these stakes. And so I drove these down into the ground. Then I took out the netting, kind of like I had there, and I put the PVC, I zip tied it to the outside stakes, this one and that one. Went up over, and then I just draped this over top, and of course, you know, zip tied that. So I pulled it up over. So that works. It still gives it shade, a little less now, but they're older and it's gotten a little less hot. It's 100 degrees now, not 108. But it's still a little hot for them in the bright sun of the day. So when the sun's overhead, it kind of helps shade them a little bit, keeps them from burning. Nothing is producing right now because nothing's producing right now because it is too hot. I've had a couple. You can tell just there's nothing in it, and that's what happens when it's too hot. The flowers just don't form, and they don't produce these flowers are starting to form, but a lot of them started, but then they just die right back. You can tell that's starting to be yellow right there. It actually just broke off just touching it, but it was getting yellow. And that's what's happening right now. I am getting some, flowers, but it's gonna be a little bit of time until it cools, and then they'll start producing. And I'll have about 2 months, roughly, of better weather of them producing, and they'll be big enough to start. But I had started another round of the potted ones. These are, I think, a Container's Choice and potting choice or something like that. I don't know which one is what. Let's see, what is it? It says right here, patio choice, and then container choice. There we go, that's it. And so these are cherries. These are, I guess more like plum. They're like this big. And then these are the full size kind of slicers, basically. Those are doing good. The potatoes doing really well. It's starting to fall over a little bit, but it means it's close to time to harvest. But I also, guys, planted some beans. So it's actually black-eyed peas. They're in the bean family. They're starting to, kind of did rows of them, but, threw them out, really. They are in rows, you can tell, like that. They're starting to come up for us now. I just did that a couple days ago. But I did this because those pull nitrogen from the air. I inoculated them. There's bacteria stuff that you inoculate them with, the seeds, and then you plant them, and they'll start producing they'll pull nitrogen from the air. They don't pull it from the soil. So it will give a lot of nitrogen here. And once they produce I mean, they're quick. I think like 60 days. And then I can throw in some more greens or rooted veggies or something like that. These are doing okay. Towards the end of the day, they start to wilt. You can tell they're kind of wilting, like this one a little bit. They're not so, you know, that one too. Because it's just too hot. It's 100 degrees for cabbage, just too much, and broccoli. And this one's already kind of bolting, even though this is supposed to be a no bolt variety. The broccoli Rob, I think they call it. It's supposed to not bolt, but there it goes, bolting. So we'll see. Maybe I started too early. I'll have to see if I can plant another round, but maybe I plant those over with by the beans after I pull the beans. Everything else is doing pretty good, guys, so we're happy with it. Oh, by the way, I did put, as you can see, dark mulch here. So I wanted to mulch this. I got to do it with that over there as well. But that'll help keep the moisture in a little better than this hay. And so that'll keep the moisture in, because again, we're not able to water very much. So I just want to keep the moisture as much as possible. You know, I'm still pulling from this daily, putting it in water, you know, the watering can that's full right now, and then watering. And so I'll use this to water my peach trees, which is starting to die, honestly. It's just too hot for them as well. So these are just sad, really sad. I stopped watering them because they died off. And I'm gonna pull everything out of this, and I'm gonna till, and this will probably be where I put carrots. In fact, I am gonna water my sage here because, can't see it. So water in my sage, might as well use this water for that, because I like sage, it's good. So I'm gonna dry this and then turn it into a, into some spice, you know, dried spices. So anyway, thanks for coming along, guys. I'm pretty excited about these eggs, so we're gonna start having eggs. It's pretty cool. I've been giving them, like I said, calcium. I'll show you here, oyster shell. I'm also giving them some grit. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys on the next video. Now you guys try to escape the daily grind.